All right, for those just tuning in, we just wrapped up our game between the Grey Knights and the Raven Guard. Final score, Grey Knights 51 to a Raven Guard 94. So brutal game on the scoreboard.
I was worried you weren't going to crack 50, so good job on the last turn.
Wow, thanks. That's an insult right there. This is my friend. But so, anyways, I did put the hurt on your army. I was able to do the damage, which the reason I bring that up is that's one thing Grey Knights struggle with is damage output typically. So that's a positive there. Vanguard Marines, man, you cannot let them get center. Like it's like 101 of Vanguard, and it was the old Vanguard detachment. Don't let them control center. If they control the board, you will never get it back. Classic example of why. And with your detachment, you also have easier time with the rapid ingress, a lot more speed, and some different stack abilities. How do you feel this compares to standard Vanguard Marines? And well, you're kind of a hybrid of two because you got the -1 to hit as well. The stealth outside of 12.
Yeah, it's the same. The army rule is the same as Vanguard Spearhead in that it's neg to hit when you're outside of 12, and you always count as being in cover. So that is the same. It just tweaks a few things and gives you a few pluses. I think with Vanguard, you can do with Ultramarines, so you can take Guilliman, you can have 2 Oaths, which is really strong. And obviously the free strat from Guilliman. But Guilliman went up in points, so now he's 340. And while a lot of times I like using Guilliman, a lot of times he just dies. So the trade-off here is that we're with doing all Raven Guard. We can't take Guilliman, but we can take the 2 Raven Guard characters. Those are the only Raven Guard units, specifically Ethan Cheyenne and Caven Shrike. And Ethan Cheyenne giving you the free uppy downy strat every turn. Super valuable. For an 85-point character, that's huge. Because that's the strat you want to use with this detachment, is be able to pick things up and put them down. So I think that's a huge plus. And a lot of things I put in the list didn't need Oath so much. Eradicators, DevSense didn't really need Oath. And with the strat to give something +1 to hit, again, that's a shooting unit that doesn't really need the Oath a moment. So then I could just save it for something I was trying to punch in combat. So I think it's got a really good suite of rules. I think a couple of the units I took, I probably wouldn't take in the future. Like the Desolation Marines in this matchup, they weren't going to do much anyways because you're 2-up armor. But they're more valuable with people taking cheap scoring units. Against Death Guard, they'll pick up a squad of Poxwalkers or a scoring unit, something like that. But I think overall, it just gives you the tools to shoot and to fight and to get where you need to get. The rapid ingress, all the lone op abilities, it just really adds up to making it very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. And and again, upping down the sets, the Vanguard Marines, being able to pick units up and cover the field as quickly as you can. Deep striking the Centurions is huge, but still, even just bringing them on strategic, it just they draw lines. And the rapid ingress for free. It's like you never not want to do it because it's 12-inch move. So it's like you can always find a good spot to be in to get through it. For Grey Knights, some things like the Terminators and having a 5-inch move, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm landing 9 inches away, but then I move 5. It's a 4-inch charge at that point, but it doesn't cover a lot of ground. So it's like with the 12 with units that can move as fast as they can, it just puts so much more value behind it. And in this game, like I said, I kept kind of harping on it where early on I didn't really know what to expect. Like with the detachment and stuff. So I was playing very reserved and very cagey. And I kind of played back a bit. I wasn't trying to hit you. I mean, granted, you didn't give me very much, but there was not a lot of aggressive things for me to go after, even if I wanted to. But I still played back cagey. I tried to take your jump infantry guys. I figured heroic them, clear them, pick my guys up, get them out of there. And when those paladins failed, everything went downhill from there. Now, you did pop Armor Contempt, so which did help out. But when they failed to actually just get themselves out, and the Dreadnought just dropping, like everything just, that corner, when I lost that corner, I'm like, okay, I can't do this.
Yeah, with the Dreadnought, we just picked up with the Power Fists by themselves in the unit.
Right.
I think you failed every single save.
Right, and
maybe
it
took,
wasted
like,
the
6
command
saves.
point, wasting the command point on the 5-8, 5-0 field no
Yeah.
pain. We don't even get there.
Because you'd have to declare that when I declare my targets,
Yep.
not when you start taking damage
Yep.
from 1 damage stuff. So
Yeah, so that hurt. I was kind of hoping that he was going to at least, I was hoping that he was going to make it through to be bracketed and swing, and that's where it was like the feel no pains and that stuff. So we could hopefully have picked up that unit, got out of combat in some way, shape, or form, and then those paladins could have gone to work somewhere else in the game. But once they were stuck in the corner and that didn't happen, then you just controlled the center. I had no momentum to be able to get out of there. The other squad of paladins did well. They charged. They took the objective. They did what their job was. They just didn't have any support at that point. I was really stuck with I didn't know what to do with the Grandmasters because the Centurions just looking at them and them just being such a looming threat. There wasn't a great place for me to place them. I actually thought that the Dread Knight in the back was great. I thought he was fine. I thought he was going to be safe from everything, and I was completely wrong. So hindsight, I would not have even given you that Dread Knight at all. The only reason I put him back there was to try to zone out that 9 inches. I should have put him further back.
Mhm.
I had the interceptors up there, put him further back, and then you wouldn't have been able to get into him or wouldn't be able to charge him as easily. Or I could have missed the Deimos and picked him up and just gotten him out of there. That would have been the other good option. So definitely some things to think about. I like the Banisher's detachment. I've messed with this a bit more, but I think definitely I feel like one of the detachments that has a lot more success is going to be the Warpbane with the Purifiers. So I'll probably give them a try here soon just to see how some of the new data sheets and stuff can interact with that detachment and how much damage it can really put out, which I think will be a pretty good mount.
Yeah, big rerolling once to hit all the time is really strong in Warpbane, and then just adding in all the full rerolls on the Purifiers, or anybody close to Purifiers, or if you control No Man's Land, or whatever it is. Pretty much rerolling all the time. So super strong.
So is there any changes you think you'd make to this list? Yours.
Yeah, I would drop the Desolation Marines, maybe just put a squad of infiltrators to hold my deployment zone objective. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it and tweak it some. Some people have been taking the Vanguard vets with instead of the jump back intercessors because they can take melta pistols, and so they can jump, rapid ingress, jump out and melta something to death, and then go charge something else. So we'll see. There's some other options, but for sure, Devastator Sense and Scepters, all the some kind of jump back units, super strong. All the lone op shenanigans, super strong. So, yeah, the detachment definitely has play. Other people have proved that already. It's just deciding what specifics I want to take with it.
Yeah, definitely. And then for mine with the Banishers, I don't think I'm going to change anything with this list. I'll probably give you another round here in the future. This was seeing this for the first time and it's been a while since I played against Vanguard Marines. And then seeing just kind of like what extras the detachment had. I was hesitant. I wanted to see kind of some things unfold, see how you're going to play things. And again, like I said, I gave you the center way too early, and I could never, I was able to finally take it back, but then it's too late. So figuring out ways to be able to put a little more pressure on you early. I mean, I might have to forfeit the center to you at some points, but figure out a way to get a little more pressure on you. In that sense would be pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, I'll go back over some stuff, but I feel like the biggest thing was I did not put enough pressure early into any areas to really threaten, like the little 5-man interceptors or not having enough over there. And with Paladins, although I'm just so upset that the Paladins whiffed on that heroic so bad. Such a big whiff there, and that really locked those guys in that corner, and that was just not good. Now, hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have put the Paladins down there. Maybe I should just let you hit there and put the Paladins somewhere else and, try making a forefront attack from over there. So I don't know, but we'll see in another game. Any closing thoughts?
No, Raven Guard good. I got to build and paint the models now.
All right. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.